Why, hello, YouTube. This is BalorMage again, and we're going to go over some atlas trees today. So, the reason for these atlas trees is basically stacking pack size for essentially the least amount of danger. A lot of people have been having trouble leveling, and especially having trouble leveling safely. There's been a lot of deaths. I know I've had several hundred more deaths this league than I normally would by this stage in the league, and I know a lot of people in my chat have been mentioning their death counts are quite a bit higher. So what can we do about getting XP? So these are 4 variations, and you can definitely make up your own, of what I think is probably the best way to get XP now, at least to farm it in a non-elitist softcore casual kind of way, like, you know, you're not Havoc style farming. So basically all of these trees revolve around grand design, which I did showcase one of these trees before the league started as like an experimental idea. Well, I ran it for a few days. I leveled pretty safely all the way up to 95 before I changed my tree, and many people have been using these kind of trees to level. So there's a few things about it. You are giving up quite a bit. All the travel nodes, you're giving up every travel node, all the duplicate maps, all the connected maps, all the travel nodes that are in here. Even these travel nodes give nothing. Even these travel nodes give nothing. But all the notables still work. Now, in reality, a lot of points on the tree tend to make it more difficult on the way in, and not necessarily that much more difficult on the notable itself. So we've managed to get in a lot of league mechanics still, and a lot of different mechanics and a lot of different notables to still juice our maps. But we're getting essentially 35% to 45% pack size per map just added to it. Now, just to give examples real quick so that people understand how important this is, these are my Beyond maps. Now, these aren't particularly high rolled maps because I roll them with Beyond to do delirious content. But this is still a pretty average map that somebody would throw in to a map device if it didn't have 60% delirious. If I hadn't applied delirium orbs to it, you would be looking at item quantity, item rarity, and pack size that look like this. That pack size is only 24%. So with Fortune Favors the Brave, which I'm hoping everyone's putting on every map, that puts you at 34% pack size when you put this map in. These trees all give another 35 or more percent pack size to your maps just every single time. If you scour a map and put it in, it has 34 to 40% pack size depending on which tree we go with. So it's really the only thing that this is best for, is it seems the best for just really casually grinding up levels and getting rid of difficulty content. So this is the particular tree I did. Now, you might not want to copy this exact tree. I used this tree because I wanted all the Beyond nodes, because I'm wearing a Headhunter, and Beyond is still good for Headhunter, and Headhunter still speeds you up. And because I'm doing delirious stuff, I made sure to fit in the delirium nodes. So I will be sharing all of these below this video, but this is maybe not the one you want to go with unless you plan on farming delirious stuff at the same time. So we have a few other options. So we have this one, the second one along. So we took out all the Beyond stuff and the delirium stuff because that is generally stuff that made it harder. Because we've done that, we haven't passed through here. We still have this node, which you might want or you might not want. You can easily drop that, but this one has fit in some shrines and some harbingers and some expedition, and indeed even some essences, which is good money. We've taken nodes like these ones, not necessarily because we want abyssal depths or abysses in our maps at all, but more because these are just super efficient. It's only 5 points to get 2 notables. That's pack size. There's one notable you'll see in almost every tree, which is this one, even though I don't delve at all. I don't want any delve juice. I don't care, but it's 2 points for one notable, and that notable is 1% more pack size. So we also kind of love this one, which is your maps have a 1% chance to contain abyss per 2% pack size. So we actually have a lot of abysses in here, a lot of abysses that have a lot of extra mobs. Again, if you find these super dangerous, you don't have to take them. But I haven't found them that dangerous purely because we're dropping all of these minor nodes, and just, you know, dropping all the minor nodes has made everything a lot easier. We got a fourth one over here. This was somebody else doing beyond stuff, but in a slightly different way, and not doing delirium stuff. This is, again, I think this one's 32 or 33. But you can see what's happening here with these sort of trees, right? If you're planning on starting one of these trees, I would suggest just having a good look at all 4 of these versions, and then coming up with something for yourself for the mechanics that you want to do, right? So you can pick any mechanic and throw it into this. If you want to do the delirium, if you want to do the expedition, if you want to do the harvest, you can make sure that you get those important notables, and then fill the rest of the tree out with just give me 1% more pack size, give me 1% more pack size. Try and spend the least amount of points for the most amount of notables. Here is the last one. A friend of mine, Yellow, was running this tree. It gave up a few percent pack size. I think it was closer to 32 than it was to 40. But he was running high tier maps and wanted to collect boss drops at the same time, because it was all just Alk and Go. I think he had that note as well. It was all just Alk and Go, because it was all juiced up pack size. So he ended up giving up a few. This wheel out here is like super efficient. It's really hard to skip, and not going out here to get this did drop him a few percent pack size. But then he ended up being able to collect some boss drops because of it. Also got some of the duplicate strongbox stuff. We've got shrines, we've got ruckus, we've got essences, we've got strongboxes, and then we've just got a lot of stuff blocked so that to get all our points back. Again, up to you what you block and what you don't, but everything you block now comes with 1% pack size on these trees, so it's worth blocking quite a bit more. The idea of this sort of a tree was to just be as quick as possible through the map while having the largest amount of pack size that you can get, and collecting boss drops at the same time. So these are 4 really good examples. I very, very much encourage you to create your own, and I would love to see what the tree looks like when some absolute genius comes up with the very best one, the one with the most amount, no matter what they are, the one with the most amount of notables on the tree. I haven't been able to work it out. I'm pretty sure that it can get above 40, but I haven't been able to work it out yet, and I would absolutely love to see the highest number that could happen. I'd be very interested in that. But yeah, this is what I used to get up to level 95. I have since changed into an altar farming strategy, so we just accept that I have 0 XP now and we'll never get another level, but it does make pretty good money, and I'm really happy that I used trees like this to get all my experience to begin with, to get myself a high level character, because this made my mapping experience significantly safer. I only died to the occasional arch nemesis mod, and most of my stuff worked really well. So pack size is pretty cool. I can't sit here and tell you it's absolutely the most efficient trees, because I don't actually know. All I know is getting an extra 35% pack size makes my maps feel very juiced when they are not juiced at all, and all the mobs are significantly weaker than when I use other trees. So yeah, very cool stuff. Really happy with it. I encourage people to try out some grand design trees. That is all I have today. I will see everybody next time. Goodbye.